It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, three-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys, and he's had a tough morning, folks. He's already given the world the double bird. Dale Hillestray, everybody.
No, just you.
Oh, it's just me.
It's just you.
I just assumed
The rest of the world's fine. Just you. No, I was actually looking at Twitter or X just to try and catch up on any last-minute things. And then this little ad came on, and it hit me right between the eyes.
Oh.
It says, a technique to help you from leaving putts short, which lately has kind of been my thing.
Hey, 89% of putts left short don't go in.
98.
Whatever it is. Whatever the saying is.
And it has this guy leaving a putt short and then putting on pink fingernail polish. Every time you look down,
you hit it long, then you're going to hit it long.
Yeah,
You're going to be a man and hit it long. Well, I expect to see pink fingernail polish on your hands today when you're at the golf course.
So, Steven, I pull up today.
Yeah.
Things are different.
A little different for you today, huh?
I see Kobe's car parked prominently.
Yeah. In his spot. Yeah.
I don't see any other cars. Yeah. I pull in.
Mm-hmm.
Then I see you get out with your business suit on.
I'm literally in sweatpants and this shirt. Yeah. Bare pickings in my closet these days. I had a morning, Dale. I had a morning.
You did, yes.
I put on Twitter, I put situation out of our control.
What was it?
I have an 18-year-old, man, and they're demanding at 3 in the morning when they're getting ready to go on a California trip to Knott's Berry Farm.
Boy. See, that's why it's good to have a wife, because Brooke would have had Hillary all packed up at 9 o'clock last night.
He was at his mom's house.
Oh, then why isn't she up at 3 o'clock?
Thank you. That was the problem. My phone was going off. So, he's on his way to Knott's Berry Farm right now for a school JROTC thing and whatnot. So they had to be at the school at 3 in the morning at 4. And I'm just hearing my phone buzzing like crazy. And I'm like, what? What did the police want at 3 in the morning? What'd I do this time?
Somebody broke into my house and I didn't know it.
And it's just Ethan texting. And at first it's like, I made it to school. So I'm like, okay. I roll back over again. And then he's like, and I asked him last night, I said, do you have your headphones and stuff? He goes, yeah, I have them, whatever. And he's probably watching right now. But so he's all doing all that stuff. Well, it's fine. So now I'm up. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just get up, take care of some stuff, whatever. But you know how that works. I fell back asleep. Difference is my phone was downstairs at this point, and I fell asleep upstairs. Because I wasn't planning on just staying up. I'll just stay up. I'll stay up for the shows. No, I fell back asleep. So I woke up late. What happened, Dale? I woke up late. I'm texting Kobe, take your time in. No way I'm making it by 7.
I thought for sure that to stay awake, you might go jogging around the neighborhood as a HOA president, see if everybody's
take my notes.
Yeah.
Like people think I do. No, then the worst part is last night, I put my clothes in the washer and I delayed started it for 2, 3 in the morning. So then I can just throw them in the dryer while I get ready. Boom, they're dry when I get done. Hang them up, get dressed, get out of there. Leave the house. Didn't even think about putting them in the dryer. So every shirt, every pair of pants I own that fits is currently soaking wet in the washer. So I had no clothes. So I had this shirt hanging and then a couple pairs of sweatpants. So I threw those on today. Yeah, that's been my morning, folks. I did stop. A good thing it's Friday because there's no traffic. Because I did stop at Chick-fil-A this morning. My old one that I used to stop at. So obviously I left later. So I got to see them again.
Does anybody work on Fridays?
Yeah, no, dude. I flew here. I put it in my GPS, and I was at the Chick-fil-A at 7:05, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be cutting it close. If there's any traffic, for 35, 40 minutes, I was here. It's minimum 45, even with minimal traffic on a normal day. Yeah, and I just flew here, no problem. Yeah, what? Get around, what's happening right now? Yeah, No, that's been my morning. We're going to do the business show coming up around 11 o'clock if you want to watch us live. If not, we'll get it up on demand for you as well. First time, Dale. First time in a long time that I've missed the start of a show because of this.
You came walking in very calm, cool, collected.
Nothing you can do about it. I made this show. That's what matters. I made it for Dale.
Meanwhile, Kobe's been here since 6:30,
Right.
chomping at the bit.
Yeah, I texted. He was the first person I texted.
Yeah.
Hey, take your time. Don't rush in. Slacking. Now, you know what? I should do the home setup. So if this happens, which it never happened. This is like first time it's happened. And the only reason it happened is because I was wide awake at 3 and was like, oh, I'll just stay out. Yeah, didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know when you go to sleep, you wake up in the middle of the night and then you go to sleep early in the morning knowing you got to get up early. It just never works out. That's so stupid. That was my morning, Dale. Glad to see everybody. Hope your Friday's going well as well.
Yes,
there.
it's a gorgeous day out there, a little cloud cover.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's the other thing. Yesterday, I noticed as the day went on, my allergies are getting worse. My throat's all like hurting again. I'm getting all stuffy again. Headaches last couple days. So this storm rolling in is just getting my allergies. So that's the bottom line here. Is my body was telling me you need some
rest.
sleep time.
Yeah.
That's what my body said today was.
No, what you
Time to
told
take a
me,
break.
what you told me is, well, you will never, ever, ever make fun of a baseball or basketball player who wakes up and says, "I can't go today," because you couldn't go today if you were playing an athletic event.
What are you talking about? I'm ready to go. I made it here. I'm good to go. I even said I could blow off the business show today, Dale, but I'm doing it after this. Let's do this. I'm not some wussy base. I'm not Ketel Marte.
Whoa.
Wind in my back the last couple of days, so I need 9 days off. The All-Star break's coming up, so I need the Sunday before the All-Star break off.
We got to be ready, Steve.
Who
for
do
the
you think
All-Star
I am?
game.
I'm here, Dale. I'm here doing the show. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm here. Do it.
I know we're going we'll probably go a bunch of different directions.
I don't even know what's happening in the world.
I just want to throw this out here. The first NBA rankings of players, rookies, in the draft came out
You said NBA?
for the NBA.
Yeah.
The draft.
The draft coming up or the
Yeah,
draft?
the draft coming up. Koa Pete is the 22nd ranked prospect.
Probably about right. Mid-20s.
Does that encourage him to come back?
Yeah, I would come back if I was him. Look, that's guaranteed money, though.
Well, so is NIL.
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem. But you get that clock ticking, right, for your max contract after.
Well, if you get to a max contract.
Well, it also depends on, what the Arizona team's going to look like next year.
Coach is coming back.
So it's who's coming back with you is the question.
Yeah. It's just interesting.
Actually, I will say this. Now, Arizona has some seniors they're losing, like Bradley's an integral part of that team, and he's going. Arizona, as of at least yesterday morning, I don't know if anybody hit since, they had nobody entering the transfer portal. So that tells you most of that team's coming back or declaring for the draft.
I'm just wondering what that, you can declare for the draft, and if his ranking comes in the 20s, is that enough to make him come back? It's just something I've thought about.
But also, he's not one of those guys. He's not one of those guys that's commanded by money and needs money and stuff
Right.
like that. So I don't know. I guess you listen to your advisors at that point. Look,
Right.
first round NBA money is good, and it's guaranteed for 4 years?
3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
If you're a second rounder, you go back, especially with NIL money, because you'll make more, and it's guaranteed NIL money, and the
Yeah.
NBA is not guaranteed
Right.
in second round, unless they changed it. Did they change it?
it'll be fascinating if he stays around in the mid-20s. Does he come back or even think about it?
His problem is he's a really, really good player. He's not flashy, and NBA drafts off of potential.
Yeah.
And there's like the 18-year-old kid from BYU, AJ, is going to be a top pick. Boozer's going to be a top pick. You're going to have all these guys that are really good, but they're drafting them that high off of what they could potentially become.
The Kansas kid is
Yeah.
ranked in the top 3.
Yeah. And Koa Pete is a solid, I think he's going to be a great pro. Just does he have that upside potential like the Boozers
Right.
and AJ and the Kansas kid? and kids like that. I don't think he does. I think what you get with Koa is what you're going to get in the pros. Just a really solid, really better than average, dominant player there. But when you look at when the NBA drafts, man, they look at kids and they're like, this could be the next Michael Jordan. Got to take him.
Right.
And they rarely turn out that way, but they take him off potential. That's the problem.
So to me, it's just something to think about. Because again, he might come back. His advisor might say, "Hey, bottom line is you're going to be a mid-20 draft pick if you play 3 years or 2 years."
Well, that's the thing. Well, this is the problem. Here, we all know this as well. The older you get in the NBA draft, the lower your draft position is. Again, because the NBA drafts off potential. So you actually might not improve yours. Even if you go out next year and dominate even more, you might not move up at all.
Right.
Because now you're too old. Because now you're a 19-year-old kid instead of an 18-year-old freshman coming out. Now you have to factor that stuff in. When you're looking to go to the NBA draft. I'm looking up here, NBA money for mid-20 draft pick here. The rookie scale. A mid-20s NBA draft pick for this season's draft. $3 to $3.7 million in your first season.
And you're right. It's guaranteed for a few years.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the guaranteed amount as well. But yeah, it's at least 3 years. I'm thinking it's 4 though. What you're looking at. So last year, pick 19 was 3.9 million. Pick 20 was 3.6. Pick 21 was 3.5. And they basically come out to about $19 million total last year. Total contract for that. So that tells you that's 3-year deal. 3-year deals is what you're getting off of that. Hard to turn down, but it is NIL money. He's not. Do you think he's making $3 million in Arizona in NIL?
I don't think it'd be that much.
Knowing their total NIL, I'd be surprised.
Anyway, obviously there'll be plenty of time to talk about it. It was an article that came out.
Oh, so we're seeing mock drafts in the NBA now.
This was just player rankings.
Oh, okay. I do have a Major League. Look, everybody is now starting to do, Dale, what we've already done here on this program for the last 2 months. Everybody's starting to be concerned about Jordan Tyson and how he's falling into the 20s in the NFL draft. I'd like to thank ESPN for getting on board with this. I'd like to thank 98.7 this morning for getting onto our bandwagon and everything. He, of course, has that April 17th date where he is supposedly going to work out. 7 days from now, only doing positional stuff. But does that push him back up into the top ranks again is kind of the question. But everybody's starting to get on that bandwagon that we started with it. We're in the whatever you call it, the front of the train.
The engine?
The engine.
We're not the caboose?
Yeah, we're not the caboose. Everybody else is in the middle part and caboose. We're in the engine up front. We've been talking about that for a while, but it's funny how ESPN and then driving in today, I usually listen to 92.3, but I flipped over during a break and sure enough, they're talking about, Jordan Tyson's now going to be in the mid-20s and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, we've been talking about that for 2 weeks, guys, or 2 months.
And again, to me, he's going to have one workout. He hasn't done anything in front of people since he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Is one workout worth, like, okay, we got that 10th pick in the draft, we're going to take him on that?
No.
When you look at the last 2 years, and I did, Colin Cowherd, my guy, he says some things that always stick with me. And he said, if a kid gets hurt in college a lot, what makes you think when the competition increases, the men get bigger and stronger?
He gets more physical.
That he's going to get less injured.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy on ESPN right now, best bold prediction for the draft, and he's right there. His bold prediction is Jordan Tyson will take a draft day tumble outside the top 20 picks.
I could see that. Everybody was saying the Giants at 5 or whatever.
He is not a top 10 pick right now.
No.
Even if he has a good workout next week, he's not a top 10 pick. I just don't think so. But that's the thing. His bold prediction is he's going to slide all the way out to, 30, 31, 32, maybe second round. Ooh, don't go to the draft, Jordan. Just stay at home. Just stay at home, buddy.
Stay home and have a healthy year.
But that's this guy's draft prediction here as well. And I don't know. I mean, to me, it just hinges on he'll be a first rounder if his April 17th workout shows he can run the patterns and not pull a hammy, and he has speed. He doesn't drop balls and stuff like that. He'll still be a first round pick. It's just a matter of where he will go at that point. Because you could see him going to like Chiefs, maybe the Giants later on if they, later on in the round if they were able to move back up type of a move. But man, that Ty Simpson moving back up in the first round, Ty Simpson for the Cardinals that's not just smoke anymore, man. Everybody's talking about that, which tells you it's not going to happen.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But here's the other side of it. If you draft a quarterback in the first round this year, you're not drafting one next year. That's your quarterback of the future.
Right.
I don't know if you want to do that this year. What message are you sending? You're sending the we're rebuilding again message, but if you get Ty Simpson, you're not rebuilding at that point. Like the whole thing was, well, let's get through next year, and we'll draft one of these good quarterbacks coming out next year. If you draft Ty Simpson this year, you're just sending that message through the nothing worlds and everything as well. So, yeah. So I don't know. That's draft talk. 2 weeks away from the draft.
2 weeks away from that one, a few months away from the NBA. And just to let you know, so you'll rest easy, the top 5 in the NBA draft rankings.
Okay. Well, AJ's, where's AJ at?
AJ's number 1 from BYU.
I was wondering, because I figured he's 1 or 2, but I didn't know if they start dropping.
That Darren Peterson from Kansas, with all the issues, still number 2.
Yeah, good luck with that kid.
Yeah.
Man. If he didn't want to play in college.
Yeah.
Making the money he was making, good luck with that with somebody. Yeah.
Number 3, Cameron Boozer.
Yeah.
Number 4, Caleb Wilson from North Carolina.
Yeah.
6'10".
He's a tall dude, right?
Yeah, 6'10". Power forward center. Number 5, a guy named Keaton Wagler.
Oh, Keaton.
From Illinois.
He lit it up.
Darius Akoff from Arkansas.
I watched that last Illinois game when they lost and lost to UConn. And I still couldn't tell you which that kid is.
And I'm sorry, if you can't tell me, then he's not a top 5 pick.
But tall and potential.
Yeah.
That's what you do in the NBA is. You can have no talent, but if you can be Sean freaking Bradley. Very little talent, took 2 years off of basketball to go on his Mormon mission, come back, number 1 draft pick. Only because we can't pass on a 7-footer.
Yeah.
That's what's so dumb about NBA drafts. Like, why even scout people? Just go off their metrics and their stuff is what you need.
The top-ranked Arizona player.
It's got to be the point guard, right?
Braden Burries, yep. Shooting guard, 6'4", even though he struggled in the final final
game,
couple games. But that's a top-ranked Arizona player.
He struggled shooting. His ball handling skills are elite.
Right.
So yeah. What was he ranked at as a top
10.
one? 10?
10.
Interesting. That's the other problem. When you're not, it's hard to be a top 10 pick when you're the at least second best player on your team. Cole might be the third or fourth best player on that team.
On your team.
Yeah. So it's hard to get into the top 10 when you got better kids on the team. Because I said that earlier this year. Cole is definitely the second best freshman on that team. He might have been the third.
Yes.
Which is, like I said, it's not a knock. People are like, why do you knock him? I'm not knocking him. That's how talented that team was this year and stuff. But at the beginning of the show, Dale, I said you're flipping the bird off to everybody.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, your boy.
If you were at the Masters, then that would have been you today as well. And very famously this morning, if you haven't seen the video, we're not going to show it to you here. Woo! Robert McIntyre is having a little bit of an issue out there. Does not like this Masters course.
Especially the way it was playing yesterday.
I gave the double bird.
Yeah.
The course.
They are looking for a little bit. Probably there could be some punishment from the Masters.
Yeah, because they can suspend you on their own because they have nothing to do with this. Is a separate event from the PGA and stuff like that. Does he get fined? Does he get you can't play next year? I think this is stupid. Show your personality. Stop being idiots.
Show your
at all.
person. There's kids there, Steve. This isn't this morning show where you just yell out curse words.
Whatever. Nobody cares.
Yes, they do.
No. Oh, the children.
I was appalled.
Oh, the children. And then the kids go to school tomorrow and they're way worse talk and stuff going on. Whatever. Oh, the children. Oh, how dare him. Flip off the tee box. Oh, gasp.
Yeah, but when you look back at it,
I
you
thought it
throw a
was pretty
temper
funny.
tantrum on a golf course.
I think it's funny.
It really is stupid.
That's what I mean. I think
Yeah.
it's got to be the most embarrassing flip out on the planet because it's just you.
Flipping the course off.
Yeah, it's just you reacting to something that you did. It doesn't get more stupid than that.
Oh, man.
No, I laughed when I saw it. I was like, good for you, buddy.
Well, I think
good
he
for you.
came in with some high hopes. There are a lot of people who picked him.
I didn't pick him
No.
to win the thing, but he's been playing really well the last couple of weeks. This is what I don't understand. He played well at Valero in San Antonio last week. That's a tough course. And then you show up here and you can't hit the ball straight. It's not that the course is beating. He can't hit a ball straight. He's missing easy putts. He's shooting it off into the whatever that brown stuff is over there, the wood chips. He's hitting it into the sand. That's not the course. That's you not being able to hit the ball straight.
Yeah, flip yourself off.
Maybe that's what he was doing.
And that's going to be his excuse.
Yeah, when he gets done, he's like, I'd like to apologize. I was frustrated with myself, and that was just for me. I was trying to get myself in the right spot.
Trying to lift myself up.
Is he going to miss the cut?
I think so. I think
He was below it earlier. I'm looking it up right now. By the way, DeChambeau, who's yet to tee off today, he's below the cut line.
Yeah, he struggled.
Zach Johnson, Rahm's below the cut line, and he's already 5 holes in today, and he's below the cut line. JJ Spawn's below the cut line here as well. So these are they just moved the cut line on me there. Thank you, guys. So there's some big names not playing well and going to miss it. Your buddy Cantlay hasn't teed off yet. He's below the cut line as well. Harmon, Freddie Couples below the cut line.
Yeah, Freddie Couples, 92 years old.
But didn't he start par yesterday?
He's starting I think he was under par for a minute.
Yeah, well, he was. I think he's the one that went par. One of those old time golfers. I'm pretty sure it was him. Started the tournament, and everybody was like, "He's going par. He's going to have a day." Yeah. So some big names. Yeah, McIntyre is well below.
He is +9 for the tournament, +1 today through 3.
It does. Oh my goodness. Does he have? He has 2 10s on the day today. Is that
Not
what I'm
today.
seeing here?
It can't be today, can it?
Okay, no, okay. I don't know what
No.
that was showing. Okay, just updated. Yeah, no, he double bogeyed hole 1, par, and then birdied hole 3.
Yeah.
Right now. Right now he's sitting at he's on hole 4 right now. He's missing the cut.
Yeah.
He has to go on a run. He might actually. He has a chance to finish last here.
He shot a
tournament.
41 on the back 9 yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. On a pristine weather day. You can't even blame the rain or the wind or anything like that.
He made a 9.
That's what I was
on
looking
16,
at there.
the par 5.
That's what I was looking at. That's where I got confused looking at it. Looking at his scorecard. It was yesterday because the 9's on there.
Yeah, you shoot an 80 on a really nice day.
Yeah. Can't even blame the weather. Oh, the wind got me.
Well, what are you doing last night at your cushy home? Your
You're-
wife?
You're telling your family you'll see him on Friday night after you're done playing.
Hey, can we change my flight reservation?
You
from-
call your wife and say, "Hey, I'm going to be home Friday night. FYI, get the boyfriend out. I'm coming home early."
So the wife has a boyfriend on top of all this.
Oh, that's 2026. Why not? Maybe that's why he's playing bad. Yeah, he's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's 9 spots from the last place guy player on the course right
Uh,
now for him. But I mean, that's obviously the big news. DeChambeau.
yes, because a lot of people were picking him.
Yeah, man, that handcrafting your 5-iron is the 3D printer apparently is not the way to go. Maybe. John Rahm though, John Rahm's just right underneath it. He doesn't need a big run today. He can do it. DeChambeau though needs a little bit of a run to get on the other side of that.
Well,
cut
John
line.
Rahm is still a +4 projected cut at +3, and
Yeah.
through 6 he's -2 today.
And that line might move better.
It might move up to
It might move up to
+2.
2.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that's not a big run though. He just has to have a decent day, and he can probably get on there. But Zach Johnson's right there as well. But there you go. Might be a weekend without some stars out there.
Yeah, but they got plenty of guys up
Yeah, nobody's gonna miss the live guys not being on.
the one name that's got to drop today. Please. Patrick Reed, come on.
What's the 3 under, right?
Yeah.
For the tournament, I think because of all the ties, you get confused. But basically, he's tied for second or
Tied for third.
tied for third.
You got Burns and McIlroy at -5 in the lead. Then you got 4 guys or 3.
And they
guys
tee off, and they all tee off. The top leaderboard guys tee off this afternoon, ironically enough. They haven't teed off yet. So they go. Scheffler, by the way, made a run yesterday, Dale. He's on the course right now. Through hole 3 holes here, but he's making a run. He ain't out of this either.
Brooks Koepka -2 today. Shane Lowry, Xander Schauffele,
Lowry.
Jordan Spieth, sighting. Justin Rose.
He'll fall apart. Where's your boy Max Homa at?
Where is Max Homa? He is at even.
Even. I was going to say. Last
Through
I
one.
saw he was at even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dale, how did he qualify for this?
That's what we were asking before the show because Max Homa.
I was setting you up to look like a genius, and then you have to.
Well, we were talking about it before the show because when I was watching some of it yesterday, I saw him hit a shot or two. And I'm like, hey, how did he qualify?
Yeah.
Because he hasn't won a Masters yet. He's not top 50 right now.
He is in the world rankings. We learned that.
He is.
Has to be. That's how he qualifies. That's the second part of his qualification.
But he finished top 12 last year.
Yes. From what I read, when we looked it up, you have to finish top 12 and you have to be top 50 world golf ranking. So that tells me, unless what I looked up is lying to me, which wouldn't shock me. It's AI. I'm looking it up right now. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, so it lied to me. He is officially, as of early April 2026, his ranking is 163. Yeah, so no. So it lied to me. So it is a top 12 finish. But the AI blurb I saw said top 12 finish, and then also, so maybe it's top 12 finish.
Yes.
Or top 50 golf ranking. Maybe that's what it was saying. I read it as both. So that's how he got in, finished in the top 12 last year. Good for him. Go make a name for yourself.
Yeah. No. Well, what better way to announce you're back?
Yep. And I just pulled up the other site I looked at. I still had it open, and it says right here. It's so if you're top 550 world golf ranking, you get an invite. You qualify for the Masters, or if you finish top 12. Like anybody finishing top 12 this year, if they're not an automatic qualifier, they get the invite next year as well. So, and then be in the top. And top 50, by the way, so you can be 51 playing that Valero, knock somebody out, and you get to 50.
Yeah.
You get into the Masters. There's no cutoff earlier time frame from that side as well. So Masters is underway. It's been a good tournament. This is going to be interesting. I don't remember the last time we saw a Masters with very little weather involved. So this is going to be a fascinating weekend.
Supposed to be a great weekend of weather.
Yeah, so, normally there's wind, there's rain, cold. None of that's happening. So it'll be you basically go out there and beat the course. Now the course is going to dry out, which is going to make it harder, which will help some of the guys with their drives as long as they can hit in the fairway. So it'll be fun to watch now. Looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to the weekend.
So are you, aren't you?
What are you doing this weekend?
Boy.
Oh, look at this. I didn't even know.
I really don't. I know that they're throwing a baby shower for my daughter tomorrow.
Are you going to that?
So I am going to be on grandkid duty.
I was going to say, get out of that, Dale.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going. But had Graham last night.
How did the basketball game go?
It was basketball practice.
Oh.
Tremendous improvement from young Graham. From
young guys that are, 2.5 feet tall, shooting on 10-foot hoops?
No, they've got adjustable hoops.
What will they put them down to?
I think they put them down to about 7 feet or 8 feet.
That's still, the balls are heavy. Can't throw them up
Not
there.
for Graham Tate Stockwell.
How many half quarters did he hit? This is how Steph warms up. This is how you warm up.
No, just dribbling and right hand, left hand.
Did you go, this is what I used to be able to do?
I said, this how I used to hold the ball to average 26 points a game, young Graham.
He goes, and he says, but Pop, you didn't play after high school.
Well, let's just get you playing in high school.
I'll listen to you, Pop. You only played at high school. You gave up after that.
We don't know many NBA basketball players.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
So you got grandkid duty tomorrow, watching the Masters.
Watch the Masters, golfing today.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, hanging out. Friends are going to be barbecuing tomorrow night. So, yeah, busy.
At your house, or are you going to their house?
Going to their house.
Ooh.
Last week, friends came over to our house.
Same friends?
Mostly the same.
Oh, you have a group that gets together.
Yeah, because we got a visitor from out of town.
You know,
we enjoy having friends over.
First
Steve.
of all, Dale, I
Unlike
appreciate the non-invite.
Unlike you,
I appreciate the non-invite.
You would never come over. You got business to do. You got
it keeps me from having to say no, making up an excuse.
You're like, hey, you want to come over tomorrow night?
Yeah, sure. What time?
Hey, well, you got the Rattlers. I'm sorry.
Dang it! That's right, I do. Rattlers tomorrow night. That's my big thing. Ethan will be back tomorrow. Just literally drive over there, do Knott's Berry Farm all day, open to close. They pull in when the park opens. They leave when the park closed. They do a hotel tonight, and then they come back on the bus tomorrow. They leave at like 9 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll be back 4 or 5 tomorrow. Then Ireland's probably just my social bona fide daughter, probably just hang out with her friends and everything. But yeah, Rattlers, 6 o'clock tomorrow. They beat San Diego to start the season. Quite frankly, got destroyed last weekend by Fisher's Freight on the road. And they got San Antonio Gunslingers this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how they rebound. Saturday night, 6 p.m. out there at the old, I don't think we call it the Snake Pit anymore, do we?
Yeah, you call it Snake Pit. Yeah.
It's not the same, though.
No, it's not the original Snake Pit.
Yeah, so
how
that's
many Snake Pits can be in one valley?
Well, it's hard when you move from one that is so iconic with the noise and everything and move to another one that's not the same way.
Yeah.
It's hard to recall it the same thing. But, yeah, get to go out there. It'll be fun to see Coach Guy after last week's game. See how he is after this one again.
Did you call him after last week's game and get a little interview, some voice?
No, I went. So that's the thing. Like, I went to the first game, and press conference and stuff. He had some good biters there. Then I just forgot to post them.
Wow.
So I got to sit down and go through it and stuff like that. But then he's I don't know how to put it. He's focused this year. It's almost like the revenge tour coming. At
least that's the way he's playing it up, isn't it?
Yeah,
after last year and the way that they went out in the playoffs.
And then just the offseason, how he said. Well, last week he said people were needling me all year and trying to get under my skin in the offseason.
Yeah.
Which tells me other owners, other people to that effect, people within the IFL is what that tells me. Because see Kara fans are saying stuff and things like that. So I think people inside the IFL have riled him up. So he's playing it up that way of a revenge factor. So we'll see this weekend how that changes. Look, he's 75% new players is roughly what we calculate there on this team. With that, there's always a growing curve. The IFL is one of those leagues where it doesn't matter what you do in the first month. It's like the NFL. There'll be a different team. Whether they're better or worse, there'll be a different team after the first month or so. Plus, they're doing all that weird stuff this year. We're like right in the middle of the season. 4 teams are going to someplace else, New Jersey or someplace, and playing in a 4-game tournament in a mall. They're going to go do that. It's a weird. I don't understand the IFL, man. I keep talking about that. I don't understand what the IFL is doing. It's making it harder and harder to. I don't know. Maybe they're making it easier. Maybe they're seeing numbers that I'm not seeing. But
usually the more difficult, if you're not NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, there's people who complain about some of the ways you have to try and watch them. If you're one of the smaller leagues, the harder you make it to watch, the less people are going to try.
The UFL is on Fox every weekend.
Yeah.
And their ratings are terrible. And all you have to do is go to Channel 10 here in town and watch them. And their ratings are awful.
Are they?
So to find somebody else, I don't get it. Before a couple hundred people. Now, Rattlers have the best attendance and if they don't have the best following in the IFL, they're in the top 2 or 3, with their fan base and people that watch their games and stuff like that. But even then, back when it was on YouTube, you're talking 800 people watching a game, maybe 1,000.
Yeah, and of the 1,950
That was free.
of them were there to watch me.
So I don't know what they're doing. It's confounding. It's confusing. I will say this. I went around Yahoo Sports is where you can watch. There's another site called Overnight Media. That's where the game's going to be. And I think this is where it's confusing, Dale. I don't even know. I think you have to pay for the Overnight Media site to watch the games. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but I am confused. But the first 2 games were on Yahoo Sports, which is free. Just go to Yahoo Sports, boom, click on it, and it pops up. It was fairly simple. But, again, when was the last time anybody went to Yahoo? I'm on Yahoo Sports a lot because I like their sports coverage. I had no idea they did this type of stuff.
Right.
I had no idea Jason Fitz has a morning show on Yahoo Sports that he puts in. No clue whatsoever. But anyway, so it is a struggle to find it and stuff like that to get it done. But I went around the league after it was 2 weeks ago when the Rattlers' first home game. The league had already started.
2 weeks, hadn't it?
2 or 3 weeks before that. And it's because of that win. It's because of that tournament coming up. Everybody else is taking, a week or 2 off while they do that tournament. So guys had to get started first and stuff.
Okay.
I'll say this. Tucson, I don't know what they announced their crowd as their first game. I'll just go back and watch it, Dale. There was nobody in those stands.
Really?
It looked like the stadium wasn't even open. It was so sporadic. Nobody was in the front rows. If you watch most of these games, the front rows are always taken. There was nobody in the front rows. When they kicked a field goal, it was like a ghost town behind there, or kicked the extra point, even in the 50-yard. But it's not just Tucson. The game against Fisher Freight last week, it was sporadic crowd in that.
Right.
The New Mexico team's back this year. Bay Area's gone. The New Mexico team's back. Now they're the New Mexico Chupacabras. And their field is unwatchable. It is ugly. The uniforms are ugly. Their field is nasty, ugly. And you can't watch those games. Yeah, it looked like they forgot to open up the arena that day. I don't know. This league baffles me. But they claim they're growing. So we'll see. Rattlers tomorrow night for me. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
San Antonio is going to be a good team, so we'll see how it matches up. But the Rattlers got the Green Bay quarterback from last year, Myler. It's spelled as you want to say it, Mailer, but it's Myler. He was literally inches from winning the IFL championship against Las Vegas last year, like an inch short of that. But MVP of the league last year, everything. And the Rattlers got him to come here, so he's here now. He had offensive player of the year in the first game, struggled last game, and Drew Powell's the backup. Coach Guy said in that first press conference, Powell outplayed Myler in the preseason, but he went with his gut on that. I'm not saying there's going to be a quarterback controversy. I'm not saying there deserves to be one. It's going to be interesting to watch over the next several weeks. It's too early now to make a quarterback change.
Right.
But going to bring some intrigue. You're going to want to pay attention to the quarterback position and what happens. Because I'm fascinated with this Drew Powell. If I could give Coach Guy a truth serum on the Drew Powell situation and his true thoughts on it, I would love to do that. Because it's a relationship that is fascinating to me. Gave up on him, didn't give up on him, gave up on him. Now he's back again. And then if you switch to him, it's going to be fascinating to watch. We'll see. Last year, you couldn't switch to him because he was injured. He had a back problem. This year, the doctor said he was healthy. Yeah, so that's my Saturday night. Be fun. Like, say what you want. IFL, UFL. It's spring football. It's a different type of football. Passes your days by, Dale. That's how I look at it. What else would I be doing on a Saturday night? And the nice thing is I can have UFC on while I'm sitting there charting the game and everything.
Supposedly, between you and Lou, you both were excited about this week's card?
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Good.
Better be. I hope it is.
Now, let's hope.
Yeah. I've done this before and then been like, bunch of decisions. And guys just rolling around on the mat the whole time. And you're like, all right, this is boring. You got Bristol this weekend?
You want to see blood spurting and flying around the...
I don't know if I'd say blood, but there's a lot of heavyweight and light heavyweights on this thing. I want to see two guys squaring up and just eating punches, giving it back to them.
You don't
the best man win.
You don't want to see a balsa wood beat?
No, I don't want. I've told you guys before. The thing I can't stand. It's spectacular to watch. But I also hate it when the fighters get in the ring. It takes them 15 minutes to get in there. Then somebody wins in like the first 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting annoyed by that.
Well, that's why I got tired of the Tyson fights for a while.
Yeah. It's just overhyped. And then you're like, I just sat down.
All these preliminaries that you didn't give a crap about.
Yeah.
That takes 20 minutes for the block. Tyson, whoever is fighting, to get into the ring, and then 22 seconds for it to end.
Yeah, and then you're just like,
what?
All right, my $60 was worth it there.
Yeah.
You got Bristol this weekend. It's Bristol, baby. That's a fun little NASCAR track to watch, Dale. If you're going to watch one NASCAR race, I'll just tell you, watch Bristol this weekend. I mean, there's other ones, but I'm just throwing it out there. Pit Stop's up right now on demand, folks, for you. As well on the YouTube page, TME Media AZ for our production company. It's on its free podcast system. Just search the Pit Stop with Steven. Be specific there because there's a lot of pit stops that are defunct from other people. But search that and it comes up on your favorite podcast system as well. It's all up for you. And also, the Real Matrix is today at 10 o'clock, Dale.
Okay.
The final installment of the Vax series, the vaccination series, is today. 10 a.m. here at Robat TV, scheduled to go up. Noon. Podcast system, The Real Matrix Angry Patriot. Appreciate those of you that listen to there. I know the Angry Patriot loves it very much. And then at noon on Rumble as well. Rumble.com/user/TME Media is where you can find it. And Dale, as of yesterday, we started posting our sports stuff on Rumble as well, since we're utilizing it anyway for The Real Matrix. And so for those of you, because we had 4 or 5 people go, I don't watch for various reasons. We don't get into politics here. And so I was like, you know what? We're using the Rumble anyway for the Real Matrix. Let's just throw our sports stuff on there as well. And actually, good viewing yesterday on that as well. So we appreciate everybody that
Is
did
YouTube
fight over that.
political?
Oh, yeah, very.
Oh, is it? See, I'm so stinking naive.
I'll put it this way. A couple of Real Matrix episodes, that's why we had to take it off YouTube. A couple of Real Matrix episodes, they deemed it as hate speech.
Oh, really?
And Rumble's like, yeah, no problem.
Questions about the vax. That's hate speech.
They don't like that stuff.
Okay.
One of the 9/11 ones about the tower where, I mean, he wasn't saying that, he was saying what he was saying about 9/11, but, he did put up the side of the people saying it was a demolition instead and stuff like that. And they flagged that and they were like, hate speech. We don't like hate speech on here. So
that's interesting.
yeah, so that's why it's on Rumble now as well.
Okay.
It's just they don't like the dissenting opinions. I'll just put it that way, and so a lot of people don't like YouTube for that reason. That's why they went to the Rumble site. So anyway, regardless of that, if you're on Rumble, our sports programming is on there starting yesterday, and then obviously today and moving on forward, it'll be on there as well. Let's take our break here. Come on back. Keep talking some sports here as we're watching the Masters as well. You guys are making a note to McCollum on Business, so be up on demand a little late today. We're going to do it live around 11 today. It'll be up on demand after that, but then everything else is up for you with the Real Matrix hitting today, folks. So we've got football news, baseball news, Diamondback. Woo, Erod. Give him the MVP trophy right now, folks. We'll talk about that as well. Suns weekend, what the expectations are as the season ends this weekend. They have the play-in game on Tuesday. We'll talk about that with Dale before he takes off here today, folks. Come on back, the main event. And we're back here in the main event. Dale, we are 1 week away from the best sporting event of the year. Forget Super Bowls. Forget NBA Finals. Forget NHL Final. Forget the NCAA tournament.
The Masters?
Forget Masters. Forget it. Forget the U.S. Open. Forget the Australian Open. Forget the U.S. Opens in hockey and base and tennis and thing. Forget it all.
Yeah.
1 week away from WrestleMania. Next weekend, 2-night show, baby. You want to go? Dale, I'll buy you a ticket. Let's go. You and me. We'll spend a weekend in Vegas.
There's one here. Oh, it's in Vegas?
It's in Vegas, yeah.
Who's the leader in the clubhouse, Steve? Can you bet on it?
You can.
What?
But what do you mean? Who's the leader in the clubhouse? It's just that
Like,
people
who's
are
the
going
favorite?
in.
Who's the
There's no
favorite?
favorite. They're just going in and wrestling. Two guys or gals getting in there and wrestling it up. I mean, there's favorites per matches, but there's not like one guy.
Well, what's the big match? What's the final climax?
No, you would ask me that today. I don't even remember right now, to be honest with you.
Is Hulk Hogan still going?
I'll tell you this: if Hulk Hogan comes back, there's going to be some amazement and maybe some fear.
Is Andre the Giant?
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Be a little scary too. Heard he's lost a little bit of weight. Haven't seen him in a while.
Is that cowboy guy?
Cowboy guy.
That was a cowboy
There's
guy.
been a few cowboy guys over the years. Yeah. Is Undertaker coming back? Brock Lesnar. Cody Rhodes. Tiffy time.
Oh.
Yeah, next weekend.
Oh.
I'm offering to, I'll pay for your hotel room and a ticket to WrestleMania, and I'll even drive you there. In your car, though, because we're not taking my electric vehicle.
No, I wouldn't think of getting in that thing.
You still will turn it down. And all you got to do, you can do whatever you want. You just have to go to the arena with me on Saturday and Sunday.
Sorry, Dale. My electric car is stuck in Kingman. We can spend the weekend here. We can watch it on the TV.
We end up in Kingman. No. The price of the ticket, Dale, we will get to Las Vegas before the start of this
How much
event.
do they charge for a ticket to
They're
this?
$1,000. Yeah.
No.
There's a reason I'm not going. There's a reason.
$1,000.
Oh, it's Dale. It was ridiculous. I'm not. There's a reason we're not going.
Is that the Spear?
No, it's at the football stadium. So that's the thing. Even the upper levels sit really far away from a little 12 by 12 ring or whatever it is. It's like the Final Four. You can get upper level ticket. They're still too expensive. There's a couple $100s to sit upper level, but you can't see anything.
You're bringing binoculars.
So might as well just stay at home and watch it
Yeah.
at that point. So you got to get good seats, which then you're getting into thousands of dollars at that
And then if you're like a fan of anybody but Michigan this year,
point. Yeah, so we're a week away from that, Dale. Get ready to go. I'm just offering you a free trip to Vegas. Got to buy your own food and everything. I'll even pay for the gas at $4.99 a gallon. I saw a $4.80 yesterday. So it must be coming down a little bit, but yeah.
it's always fascinating that old oil. It shoots up, and boy, the prices go up that day. It comes down, and
And there's nothing
takes
better
them
than pulling into the Quick Trip to go in and get a couple drinks and watching everybody outside checking their bank account while they're filling up. And I'm all, hey, everybody. Oh, man, here come the car problems again. Here come the car problems again, Dale. I just set myself up for
wow.
it.
Hey, you see, I think whenever you start doing that, that's when something happens to you.
I know, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why I just did it that time. I
Now
wanna
some my
test that.
home charger's not going to
I
work.
know, I know. Well, that's good. As long as it happens that I'm home, because then I can get it to the shop and I can get a ride someplace or something, you know? I don't have to worry about it. The problem is when you're someplace you can't do anything about it is the bigger issue. So
Right.
we're a week away from WrestleMania coming up here. Folks.
Cannot wait.
You know what? We'll have a viewing party at my house at least. That way you don't even have to drive. Although for you, it might be quicker to drive to Vegas with me than it would be for you to drive to my
Yeah,
house.
that's a long way.
I'll have a car come get you. I'll have a service come get you. How about that?
Oh boy.
I'm taking your excuses away from you.
You would feel really bad because in fact I still wouldn't.
I wouldn't feel bad at all. I expect the only reason I'm extending the invitations is because I know you're going to say no. That's just like if you're inviting me to your friends and your barbecue. The only reason you would invite me is because you know I'll say no. I know the routine. We know we know the routine together and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you could have accommodated me and had your barbecue earlier in the day, but no, you got to do it when I got to go cover the Rattlers. I see how you are,
Oh,
guys.
God.
Guys, I know you wanted to do this at 3, but can we do it at 7? Because he could stop by on his way across town. Let's do 7.
Yeah, I think I might be getting a Brazilian wax, and so I don't think I'll be able to make it. Thanks for the invite, though. What would you serve for dinner? If I came over.
Oh, we'll barbecue. We'll have so much food you won't know what to do with yourself. We'll have enough for everybody. For you, because we know how much you love those kale salads for that little girlish figure of yours over there. So we'll have kale salads for you.
But will it be gently massaged?
Only for you, absolutely. Matter of fact, we'll have the goat that stomps it gently. We'll have him there doing it in the moment, so you can see it happen.
And they want to take a dump on my
Hey,
salad.
that's what sometimes it happens. When you get freshly massaged goat kale salads, Dale.
Oh my goodness!
Part of the issue.
Who are you? Who are you?
You're so stupid on a Friday.
Yeah.
As well. So, Dale,
Where are you going next?
I have
dude?
no idea. Where do we want to go? Give us the update on the Masters.
Well, no, I'm saying, how about them dang Diamondbacks just winning series?
Oh, I was going to save that till the top of the hour. Here.
Okay, well then
It's almost top of the hour time.
yeah, well
According to our person.
we can tease it. Our person, what's his name?
Kobe.
It's our person.
I did not mean that insulting.
Jeez.
I'm having problems today.
Edwin Rodriguez, Erod, better known to a family and friend.
Do you think they call him that? Most dominant pitcher on this team, folks. I'm glad to see him get the win yesterday. Because when they were down 1-0, I was like, man, he's going to get a loss again. And the young kids spurred this yesterday, Dale. And Torrey just keeps taking him out of the lineup. And then there's Corbin Carroll. Hip injury. The cold might have had something to do with it, they say. Here we go again with the weather, folks. Weather injuries is what we have to deal with here on the Diamondbacks. Come on back. Second hour main event coming up next. And we're back here, second hour main event. Don't forget, if you missed Lou yesterday, it is up on demand. TME Media AZ on the YouTube page. Go down to the interview section of the page. You can just see the interview part with Lou on there. Talked UFC, of course, hockey, baseball. All of that stuff gets you ready for the weekend. Bruce Cooper on Tuesday. Go back and watch what he has to say about our local sports as well. And Dale, as you said, Diamondbacks, all they do is win series.
Is that the goal, Steven?
Yeah, and they win them ugly.
I don't care how they win them, Steve. And then now you're going to go, well, they're winning, but it's not pretty enough for me.
Yeah, they need to change it.
They started off 0-3 against the Dodgers, and you look at what they've done since. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? They're 7-3 since then against some pretty good baseball teams.
Yeah, they got the Phillies tonight.
They had some pretty good baseball teams. And now you go, well, you know what? They're not quite pretty enough for me.
Yeah. Should be more
And
dominant.
you're complaining, why only 7 runs? Why not 9?
No, what in all seriousness, what is fascinating to me about the Diamondbacks is simply their and their website's all jacked up. What are they doing? Now I'm annoyed. Their box score. I pulled up their box score for yesterday, and it's got the previous game's box score in there. Because there was one specific thing I needed to double check before I opened my mouth and say the wrong thing. But no, that's what's most impressive about this team is got destroyed by the Braves in that first game where McCann's in there pitching. Come back, win that series. First game against the Mets, right? Lose that game in spectacular extra inning fashion. Come back, win the next 2. You know, we have a team that we had a couple years ago that they're never out of these games. Well, I mean, they can be out of games when it's 17-2. They can be out of the games, but they're not out of the series at all. They're gonna one bad game isn't gonna flood into 2, 3, 4 bad games. At least not yet early in the season.
They had a blown save in the 10th.
Yeah.
Those are the kind that can hang on for a game or 2
There was
after.
a blown save in the 9th, and then Sewald just lost it.
I mean, they lost it, whatever, but they lost in extra innings.
I just wanted to blame Sewald.
I know you did.
I wanted to blame Sewald and his 90-mile-per-hour pitches in there. When was the last time you saw a closer throw 90 miles an hour? They're setting him up for. I feel sorry for Sewald now. They're setting him up for a nasty fallout here.
I would like for you to take his side a little bit and back him up.
I am again. I did it before, and I'm doing it now. They're setting him up for just a nasty failure here coming up because he's not a closer. He doesn't have the velocity to be a closer. Doesn't have the mentality to be a closer. They're setting him up for just some nasty stuff to come up here. And I feel sorry for him at this point. We'll see what happens. But yesterday they won 7-1. They won what? 7-2 the day before as well. Now the bats were quiet in this game for a long time in this game as well. And then they just broke it open in the 7th to eventually take that lead and get Erod the win. I'm not kidding you, man. I was like sitting there going, dude, he's going to lose again. Give up one earned run, and he's going to lose again. This is terrible. Diamondbacks decided to wake up.
Well, he didn't lose the game. He's 1-0.
Well, no, well, he didn't get the win.
Right.
You only give up one run. You should be in line for the win.
Yes.
When you leave the game. But obviously you give up one run and you don't score it, which is what I was looking at. So I consider that, even though it's not on the scoreboard, Dale, I still consider that a loss.
0.50 ERA, Steve.
Is that what he's at?
You okay with that?
Yeah, and then Merrill Kelly's going to come back, and they're probably going to sit Erod for some reason. Pitching too well. You got to put Merrill Kelly in his spot.
Got to let some runs get across. You are too much. Boy, oh boy.
Too realistic? Is that what it is?
No.
Is that what my problem is?
Yeah.
Corbin Carroll didn't start yesterday. Was rounding on his triple the night before. Said he just felt something in his hip. A click happened or something. So nothing major. But this is what I don't get, Dale. Okay. So they don't have him in the lineup. And a lot of people questioned it. How was he not in the lineup when he just went, 3 for 4 the night before and had that great game of triples and all that stuff? How's he not in the lineup the next day when the game went from a day game to a night game? It wasn't a night game to a day game. So a lot of people were questioning it. Then Corbin Carroll himself said, no, my hip. I did something to my hip. It's a hip contusion or whatever. He goes, it's nothing major. It's just I'm just taking the day off just to make sure and everything. There's no concern about it. I won't be out long. So look for the 60-day IL for Corbin Carroll coming up here soon. The way the Diamondbacks operate. Right, Lawler? Right, buddy? But in all seriousness, I like how I get my shots in there. But in all seriousness, then the Diamondbacks afterwards come out, Torey Lovullo, and he goes, oh, we think it might be the cold weather, it might be aggravated. Why do you have to add that second part? Once you said Corbin's hip was bothering him after that triple while he was rounding the bases, he's allowed to have a day off. He's allowed to not feel right after playing all these games to start the season. the way he's running the base pass, he's all right to have a little nick that you just want to protect a little bit.
Yeah.
Why do you have to come out later and go, well, we think the cold weather might be working on this a little bit too. Why do you always have to add the weather component to guys' injuries? The winds at Marte's back for 2 days in San Francisco. We got to give them a couple days off. Just say they deserve a break. Just say with how much they've been playing, their bodies are sore. We want to give them a day off. Nobody's going to blame you for that. Dear God, stop blaming the weather.
You could say it in so many different ways. Hey, he's off to a great start. We're going to give him a day off. He'll be ready to go tomorrow in Philly, and
yeah, or just say, hey guys, as you heard him say, he was when he was running that triple out. He just noticed some discomfort in his hip. We don't think there's anything wrong with it, but this early in the season, we're just going to be. And he needs, we need to start getting some guys some days off, and that's all we're doing, guys. They can't help themselves. Well, we think maybe the cold weather has contributed to it.
That's your boy.
It drives me nuts. Why do we always have to blame the weather? One, nobody believes you. I mean, that is possibly a case. I mean, I know that. I mean, you know this, Dale. Cold days, man, you wake up and you're like, woo! I don't know why that's hurting today. But on warm days, you don't even know it's there, So I get it.
Like you couldn't go today.
No. It would like a couple greenies, I'd be all right.
Where would you take the shot? Steve, you got one shot. Where are we going?
In the butt.
I don't know what hurts back there, but I don't really want to know.
I was going to say, do you want to know?
No.
So we'll see. Today they got Philadelphia today coming up as well. But look, I mean, they're 7-6. I told everybody I'm not going to judge this team on what I think they'll be at the end of the year, even after this first month, because it's just an unbelievable schedule against teams. Now the Tigers are expected to win that division, and they're sucking right now. They're 3-7, I think, on the year. I don't know what they did yesterday. I think they're 3-7 on the year. They haven't been playing well, but that's still a really good team. And you won the series and everything. So I'm not going to judge these guys, but I'm really impressed with the way they're playing.
Yes, especially after you go to Los Angeles and everybody's like, okay, well, why even go there? Just let's just give them 3 wins.
The way they're playing, I still think that. Why even play the Dodgers games? Just take 3 days off and just give the Dodgers.
Well, the Dodgers have lost some games now too. They lost 3.
Didn't they just get swept?
They might have gotten swept. I know they lost 3.
I think they just got swept. They just killed the Blue Jays, and then they got swept yesterday. So it's good. But Philly's not going to be any easier than the Mets were. It doesn't get easier here coming up. Like I said the other day with Bruce Cooper, Bruce was most impressed with the bullpen. Bullpen is performing better than you thought they would here early in the season. My contention with the bullpen isn't that they're going to struggle early in the season. Talk to me end of May, June, July. If these guys are pitching a lot of innings, you're going to see the struggle happen then is where you're going to see it. So I've expected the bullpen to be decent here at the beginning. But this starting pitching is unbelievable. A couple hiccups, a couple bad outings for a couple of these guys, but overall, this starting pitching has been lights out. And you don't even have Merrill Kelly in this lineup yet.
Or Burns.
Which you'll get back in July or something like that. Yeah. I think the starting pitching, the bats are exactly what I thought they'd be. I thought they'd score runs some games. I think they're going to suck at hitting in other games. And they've showed that this year so far. One game they'll hit 2 runs. Next game they'll have 7 or 12. They're showing the hitting side that I expected. This starting pitching is beyond impressive to me. Yes. They have performed. They're going 5-6 innings most days. I brought it up earlier. They were using 6 bullpen guys in the Dodgers series, and I was like, this bullpen is going to be out of arms by third week of the season if they don't knock it off. Yesterday, Erod's able to go 6, so 2 guys got in.
Yeah.
You're good. This is fantastic. I love what they're doing. in the heart of this hard schedule, if they're playing this way against these hard teams, when their schedule lets up here after this first month, a month and a half or so, month and a quarter roughly, and they start playing the bad teams. And look, the Rockies are better so far this year. The Giants are worse so far this year. But when you start playing teams that you should beat, if they're playing this well against playoff contending teams, they're going to be all right for the rest of the season.
You got to believe that they'll be, and again, they'll be getting reinforcements. There'll be injuries, things like that. I do want to point this up. I saw this. Corbin Carroll recently played his 500th career game.
That was the other day, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't that seem like a lot?
Yes.
For,
But when you play 140 a year.
Yeah. But that's what I mean, though. To me, Corbin Carroll, like, oh, my God, he's been on this team for 3 years now.
Yeah. He
it doesn't feel like it.
So what's fascinating is that, and this is on Fox Sports, so it went across the entire country. He is alongside, here's 3 names you may or may not have heard of: Lou Gehrig, Willie Mays, Joe DiMaggio.
Hey, is that Lou Gehrig guy named after that disease?
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
Wow.
I got another show coming up at 9:00.
Wow. They are the only 4 players in Major League Baseball history with 80-plus home runs, 40-plus triples in their first 500 games.
He's in second place in triples for Diamondback players.
In the history of the Diamondback.
Yeah. He's going to get to first here pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's just you look at that and you go, man, baseball's changed over the years. That now he's getting on the triple side. It's fantastic. I enjoy it. And for such a young guy, they signed him early, so what a steal. You're seeing more teams operate like the Diamondbacks were kind of the first to do it. The Pittsburgh Pirates just signed that 19-year-old kid, that Connor kid, to a big deal and everything, but they're getting him cheaper.
Yeah.
But they're getting him longer and cheaper for his first contract, but he's making the money now instead of going through that process later. Diamondbacks kind of started that with Corbin Carroll and stuff.
And at 19, even though it's a 9-year deal, he'll be 28 when it's done, and he'll be a free agent right in the prime of his 20s.
Prime of his career. It is amazing to see. So it saves you money on the backside and stuff like that. But yeah, so can't say enough to Rodriguez and he'll start to his season. I'm going to be a little sarcastic, but maybe he needs a World Baseball Classic every year to gear up for this.
Yeah.
He is in better shape than he came into the team last year. I will say that as well. Dale, before you take off here today, my last question for you is, and I'll get the rest of the show, is Devin Booker, Goodwin are already ruled out for the game tonight against the Lakers. But what's your expectation over these next 2 games?
Did you say Booker was ruled out?
Yeah. Ruled out, yeah. Sorry, for the Suns, not Diamondbacks. So what's your expectation? Do you have any expectation for the next 2 games?
No.
Yeah, rest everybody.
Probably won't even watch.
What I would say is rest everybody, get the young guys out there to play, because the young guys aren't playing in the playoffs. They're playing games.
Right.
You're going to shrink that roster to, 6, 7 guys, maybe
8, yeah.
If you need somebody. So have everybody else go out there and play. But Booker, anybody with Allen, anybody with an alien, you got Tuesday. You have to win the Tuesday game.
Yeah. You don't want to have to play again on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever that next one.
Yeah, I think it's Thursday, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But then you also don't want to end up with the Thunder. Give yourself a fighting chance against the Spurs coming up there. So I agree with you. I have no expectation. Just get through these 2 games healthy. Play the young guys as much as humanly possible, because that'll be the last you see of them this year, and move forward. That's how I'm looking at it. Season ends on Sunday.
Season ends on Sunday. Got Lakers tonight. Got
Thunder,
and if they happen to lose that first play-in game, has any team ever just said, you know what, we forfeit our playoff series?
No, because you want the 2 games at home.
Do you?
Ishbia does. Cash money. How rocking is the Morgue going to be on Tuesday night in that plane?
It better be loud, and it better be happy and excited, because I guarantee you, even though I was one of them, came into the season with very tempered expectations. Mm-hmm. Everybody's expectation shot to the moon in the first 40 games or so.
That's where they. I heard another entity, another local station. I heard them say they're afraid that the Suns are ending this season's going to end on a thud. I said at the beginning of the season the Suns are going to be in a play-in game. They're exactly where they should be. The problem is they played so well at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
You opted your deals. But they're exactly where I thought they'd be, and this team's playing kind of what we thought they'd play at the beginning of the year. It just sucks they're doing it now instead of.
And it was so much
earlier.
fun to watch this team.
Yeah.
And again, they win Tuesday, then I don't really care what happens in the playoffs. If they can sneak one from the Spurs, great.
I'm going to be looking at is I'm expecting you to lose, but show me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Show us some magic.
And if you lose, 4-1,
you're expected to lose to the Spurs. So make it a 6-game series. Make it a 7-game series. Make it interesting. Show us something.
But let's win Tuesday.
Got to win Tuesday. And rest everybody the next two, in my opinion, moving forward, and that you can as well. 79 of 89 Masters winners were within 5 shots of the lead after round 1. Very important you start well on Thursday. A lot of big-name guys aren't there, Dale. We'll talk about that, of course. Dale, get out of here. Go beat up some old men for money.
Hopefully you make it through the day, Steve.
I'm going to make it through the day. It's just what ebbs and flows I will be dealing with in the meantime as well. So, folks, come on back. I'll get you the rest of the way. The main event. And welcome back here. Dale took off. He's going to go play some golf there with his at his club. Hopefully no guys threatening guys with guns this weekend there at his classy club up there and everything. But, of course, he'll be back on Monday as well. And don't forget, coming up later today now, because of my morning, I don't miss things, folks, unless, like, it's a serious deal and everything to where you can't come in. But we're still going to get McCollum on business in today as well here coming up. We're going to get it going about 11 today. But either way, catch it on demand later on in the day as well. Of course, this gets up on demand as well. Don't forget, follow our YouTube page out there, TME Media AZ. Put all of the programming we do here on demand, including The Real Matrix. It'll be up, the new episode today. Not on YouTube, but over on rumble.com, rumble.com/user/TME Media. You'll see the new episode at noon, free podcast systems as well for the shows. And we appreciate you guys and your support out there as well. And, we're talking some D-backs there at the end. I asked Dale what the expectations of the Suns are just to wrap that up. Booker's out. Goodwin's out tonight. Doesn't matter. They're locked into the 7th seed. You just got to get healthy. You have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The playing game will be Tuesday. So 4 days of total rest if you sit out today and Sunday. 5 days total rest if you include the playing game on Tuesday. And it's at home, so you don't have to travel. So just rest everybody that you can in these games. Anybody with the Nick, except for the young guys. Get the young guys that aren't going to play the playoffs in the game today and on Sunday. That means Malowach. That means Fleming. Done, possibly. Get him in there and playing as well. Protect Grayson Allen, protect Booker, protect. Do we even know the status yet of Green out there as well? Protect Goodwin, obviously, to get him healthy out there. Royce O'Neal. If you have to limit his minutes as much as you can and get him out there. Edwards out, Mark out as well. Protect your core guys as much as possible here over these next two games and get them ready for that playing game. But it's going to be fun rocking. We'll talk about that coming up on Monday. But Robert chimed in here. Don't forget, text us 623-252-6670. Or, of course, hit us up at TME Sports Show on X as well. Robert says the D-backs are in the top of most innings by starting pitcher innings so far this year. That is true. This year. He goes on to say, he thinks they were top 10 last year too. He goes, I am totally shocked by this. If that is true, that last year the Diamondbacks starting pitchers were in the top 10 of innings pitched, I am also floored by that. I do not know if that is accurate. I too am floored by that. Starting pitching last year, that's why the bullpen was so bad throughout the year last year. They pitched a lot of guys were only going 5 innings last year. 4 or 5 innings as starters on average. That's how I remember it going. Maybe I'm confused on that. That does shock me. This year, though, doesn't shock me. Diamondbacks pitching, starting pitching, has been top tier in this league so far. Now, you've got your guys like Skubal who are going 6, 7 innings, right now, and no-hit baseball or no-run baseball, stuff like that. You have those dominant guys. The games I'm watching throughout the league, starters are getting pulled in the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th inning in a lot of the games that I'm watching. Guys aren't stretched out or they're hitting a wall. They're having that one bad inning and stuff to that effect. So it just seems like, like I said, I watch a lot of baseball out there. And and I don't have any stats to back it up. I'm not sitting down and, let me look at some stats here. I'm not doing that. I'm going off of my perception of what I'm watching here on the baseball side as well, right? So that's kind of what I've been watching, from that perspective. It just seems like the Diamondbacks pitching is just better than everything else out there right now, or a lot of teams out there. It's been fantastic to watch and been a welcome to surprise starts. And folks, Merrill Kelly's not even on this 5-man roster yet. You expect him to come back and be able to go the 5, 6 innings in a game as well and keep that bullpen out of coming into these games. You'll always have those falters like Ryan Nelson in that first Braves game. You're always going to have games like that. You take Zach Gallen having his one bad inning. Brandon Pfaadt going 5, 6 innings in his outings, but giving up 5 earned runs in those outings and things to that effect. You're always going to have those things happen throughout a baseball season. But overall, I'm really impressed with the way they're going as well. And especially Erod, man. He's much aligned. He's starting this season off a dominating fashion out there for him as well. Skubal is on the mound tonight with the Phillies. It's going to be fascinating to see. Everybody believes Scobal's going to be the guy that's going to go into the bullpen, or be out of it. Well, at least at the beginning of the season, everybody thought he would be the guy that would be replaced there by Merrill Kelly, and stuff. Now I'm not too sure. It might be Brandon Pfaadt. We talked about that earlier in the week with Bruce Cooper on Tuesday. But it's going to be tonight or tomorrow with Pfaadt. One of those two guys is going to lose their starting position, probably temporarily because of injuries coming up. But one of these two guys are probably going to be the guys that get misplaced there so Merrill Kelly can come into the rotation. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Who knows? Again, Diamondbacks and Ryan Nelson, for some reason, just always crap on him, even though he's been the most consistent pitcher. For some reason, they do it, so who knows? Who knows what their thought process is? But I think Merrill Kelly's going to be fantastic. Then, like you said, you've got – so this is a big start here for Skubal tonight, right? You want to have another good outing against a really good Phillies team. Same thing with Brandon Pfaadt tomorrow. Got to keep your name in that conversation, right? A falter now makes it easy for a team to go, hey, we're going to put you in the bullpen as a long reliever type position. Keep you stretched out so you can come back in if we need you because of an injury or something. So it is something – these two games are pretty important for two pitchers here coming into the game. Beryl Kelly last night. I'm looking it up right now. Here's you know what, and I didn't do this before. I apologize. I did not get a chance. I do watch way too many Reno games out there. Walt Schmidt's just on fire up there right now in Triple A and everything. He was to do a second rehab start in Triple A. That was supposed to be yesterday. Did he get out there? Is the question that I don't know the answer to. I'm looking it up real quick here. Um. Oh, did something bad happen to Merrill Kelly yesterday? I'm looking it up. I tell you what, let me look that up here in just a second here because I don't want to do production stuff. No, that was an older article there. So let me do rehab start here and see. I apologize. A good host would have had this information for you yesterday. There. So yeah. Everybody just I don't see any updates for it. I just see he was to make a rehab start yesterday. I don't see anybody talking about how that start went yesterday. Anybody know? Hit me up 623-252-6670. Hit me up on X as well at TME Sports Show. What am I missing here? Oh, nope, here it is. I had to go to Diamondbacks prospects. Nope, that's not it. That's his last start. So they don't even have it here for yesterday. What am I missing? Again, a good host would have had this information for you. But how did Merrill Kelly start go yesterday? Did he get the start in there is the bigger question. Let me look up the Reno Aces site here. See if they notate what he did last night. Because none of the prospect sites who follow, of course, AAA has anything on it as well. So Waldschmidt's getting a ton of love as well in AAA and everything. So I believe Waldschmidt did hit his first home run yesterday in AAA, but he's been hitting like a madman the last couple of weeks as well. So I'm just scrolling through the Aces pages here. I know this is riveting television for you guys out there and everything. Okay, he did not pitch yesterday. Okay, what happened to Merrill Kelly? Yesterday was the 9th. Probably should have looked it up. Any rate, there's your Merrill Kelly update. Hey, one thing I found also leading into the Major League Baseball season. Major League Baseball average salary at the start of the year. Now, this number fluctuates because veterans, get released. Like the Diamondbacks have already released Ross, for instance. He's elected to go to free agency instead of going to Reno and the minor leagues and stuff like that. So the numbers change, but at least on opening day, the average salary for Major League Baseball teams and the players out there at least rose 3.4% on opening day this year. So it's a record $5.34 million is the average here for Major League Baseball roster players. That doesn't mean everybody's making millions of dollars. I do have the minimum salary for you. I'll tell you here in just a minute. So the New York Yankees top spending at the opening day for the fourth straight year for them as well. Juan Soto, highest paid player, second consecutive season for him for the Mets, who, of course, now he's out 2 to 4 weeks. He went on the IL right before the Diamondback series started. He's at $61.9 million. Cody Bellinger with the Yankees is at $42.5 million, is in the second place for the highest paid players out there. Zach Wheeler, who's at Philadelphia, and I'm not sure. I was going to look it up. I think we might see Wheeler on Sunday with the Diamondback series. I was going to look that up for you guys. But he and third baseman Bo Bichette for the Mets, they're tied for third. They're at $42 million for their salaries as well. Vladimir Guerrero is next, and then Aaron Judge at $40 million is next on that list to round out the top 5. The Mets payroll is $352.2 million going into this season as well. Well, that was actually lower than it was last year. Last year they had that, 2 years ago, the record salary that they had was back in 2023. That was $355.4 million. So lower this year than that 23 record number, but it was up from last year. Last year they only had $322.6 million. Now this year they're at 352.2. So Mets spending some money in that offseason as well. So the Mets total, by the way, it's more than 5 times the amount of spending that the Cleveland Guardians have done. The Cleveland Guardians are the lowest spending team going into this season. They're at $62.3 million. Yeah. The haves and have-nots, right, here in the league thing. But did you notice I didn't say a big team in that? You had the Mets, the big spenders, the Yankees, the big spenders. What team did I not mention? The Dodgers. That's all because of the deferred money the Dodgers have here as well. They're actually second place here on the team list. $316.6 million. Down $3 million from last year. Last year they were $319.5 million. This year only at $316.6 million. The reason why their number is lower, deferred money. Yeah. They have 9 players with deferred money. Yeah. So it doesn't count as today's money, present date value. So it doesn't count. If you factor that in, the Dodgers are by far the biggest spenders in baseball. Those 9 deferred players, though, are driving that dollar down as well. The Mets, by the way, they're deferred money players. They only have 3 deferred money players. Dodgers 9. What? By the way, the Dodgers total would be $395.2 million if you didn't factor in that deferred money. They're only charged at $316 million. So $80 million in deferred money is not hitting them on that line right now with those 9 deferred players. Yeah. So the average here is $5.3 million. It increased this year. It was at $5.1 million last year at the start of last season. Keep in mind, opening day numbers, so these have changed a little bit. 28% rise here in average Major League Baseball's average salaries under this current 5-year collective bargaining agreement that expires this year in December. 28% rise in salaries for baseball players in these last 5 years, folks. You mean to tell me that's not going to be a source of contention for a salary cap, a source of contention in these talks with the CBA expiring in December? More proof that these owners are going to want to rein in the spending on these teams and things to that effect. Just more proof of what's coming here in the offseason. Yeah. 5.6% annually increase in player salary, 28% total in those 5 years as well. So obviously the big spenders, there's no change there. The Yankees, Philadelphia, Toronto, Mets, Dodgers are all there. They're still continuing to spend a ton. 6 clubs had $250 million payrolls. Well, last year there was only 4 of those, so 2 added that. 10 teams have the $200 million payrolls. That's increased as well. 9 teams had $200 million, so somebody jumped up into that $200 million window as well. So what about the lower levels, right? We told you Cleveland Guardians, $63 million total. 8 teams are under $100 million. 8 teams. And it's gotten worse. Only 5 teams last year in Major League Baseball were under $100 million in payroll. So more teams are not spending on the lower end of things as well. Detroit, by the way, is the biggest increase. They went up $64 million this year. They're at the $206.7 million. So they were the team that joined the over $200 million payroll side as well. All because they signed Valdez, their pitcher. Framber Valdez is his name. I'll think about it for a second. They got him in that deal. They did re-sign Gleyber Torres in the off season. And then, of course, arbitration with Skubal, where they played that arbitration wrong, and Skubal got the biggest arbitration contract in the history of baseball. If I remember correctly, wasn't it like $36 million or something like that? So that's why Detroit had the big jump out there. Atlanta actually increased $44 million. The Cubs, Toronto, and Mets increased, as I told you, but they were just modest increases, only $30 million increases, as we talked about earlier. The team that slashed salaries last year, well, Minnesota. They slashed it last year at the trade deadline. They slashed it even more from opening day last year. $46.3 million less from opening day last year. They're still, they're under $100 million. but they're respectable to that 100 million level, 96.5 million. At least they're not like Cleveland down there in the $63 million range, but that's a big cut as well. The St. Louis Cardinals cut a ton of salary at the trading deadline last year. Obviously, opening day to opening day, they're down about $41 million in that time frame as well. And don't forget, St. Louis is paying $44 million to both Arizona and Boston because of their trades, right? Sonny Gray, Wilson Contreras went to Boston. They're paying most of that salary, and they're paying a lot of the salary for also Nolan Arenado here in Arizona for the St. Louis Cardinals. So that $44 million cut includes the money they're paying for those three guys. So they're actually a bigger cut than that if you think about it, unloading those guys, and they're paying. If you take that money out, the number's even worse going forward as well. So the Guardians, obviously, I told you, cut huge. They're the lowest paid now, $40 million cut. Texas cut $37 million, and the Nationals cut $23 million in that time frame. I'm telling you all these numbers. I know it's a lot of numbers, and probably your eyes have glossed over, and you're like, what? Here's my point in telling you all this stuff. The lockout coming at the end of enjoy baseball, because at the end of this year, we're getting the longest strike or lockout more appropriately, probably in baseball history coming our way. These owners are setting it up. All of their stuff is telling you. Owners are slashing payrolls. Well, they don't want to they don't want to buy long-term guys because the CBA is going to change. A salary cap's coming. If they don't grandfather in the Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, etc., they're going to have to unload a bunch of salaries here in the offseason when the CBA is finally signed, or whenever the CBA is finally signed. So a lot of teams cut their salaries and slash them so they don't have to argue with that and fight with that, right? Getting ready for it. More proof here that Major League Baseball is setting up a long lockout coming up is what these numbers mean, if you want to look at that as well. So what we're looking at. The minimum salary here right now in Major League Baseball is $780,000 minimum to be on a 40-man roster here in Major League Baseball. 19 players in Major League Baseball earn $30 million or more. 19! Only 19 make $30 million or more. That's 4 additional from last year, getting into that over $30 million a year or more. 74 players are at $20 million or more. 66 at that level last year. 168 players are at $10 million. That's down from 177. So that's where the 10 million level is where they either gave you that bump up into the 20 million level, or you got bumped down underneath the 10 million level as well, moving forward. Yeah. 31 players make the $780,000 minimum in Major League Baseball. Top 50 players in MLB make 30% of the salaries. Last couple years, it was 29% as what the top 50 players made. So it's gone up 1%. The top 100 players earned 49% of the league salary this year going into this. Top 100 players earn 50% of the salary. You're getting to the point, unless you're the Dodgers, take them out of it, but you're getting to the point where you're buying 2 or 3 high-priced players, $30, $40 million players, and everybody else is a low number. What teams are doing? Diamondbacks operate on that, right? They'll sign a Corbin Burns. Also, they work for value in other spots, right, moving forward and things to that aspect. So I know this was a lot of numbers. This was a lot of, gloss your eyes over type of inside baseball talk. But it's all part of the conversation of enjoy baseball, because the lockout this year is going to be horrendous. The battle's going to be over money, cutting salaries, salary caps. How do we get our expenses down on these players and things to that effect is what we need to do as owners, is what they're going to think of. How do we slash players' salaries? How do we keep people from spending this much? Because I look at it and I go, well, just stop giving. Don't give Juan Soto his $69 million a year. Don't sign him for that. But then somebody's going to sign him for that, which pushes up the salaries everywhere else. It's almost like you got to protect the owners from themselves. Fine, sign Juan Soto for $69 million, but your salary cap's $200 million. It's a hard cap number. We've seen the NBA kind of implement this first apron, second apron stuff to keep those superstar teams from being formed. Right? The NFL has a salary cap, but you could work around it a little bit, and we see teams take advantage of it for a few years, and then they kind of have to go in and pay for it on the backside. So which way is Major League Baseball going to go? If these numbers are showing you, they have to go that way forward. So Phillies this weekend for your Arizona Diamondbacks. And like I said, a good host. I have this answer for you right now as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to look it up while we're talking here as well. But for the weekend matchups, we know Scoble's today. We know Fott is tomorrow. Again, I don't see any news on Merrill Kelly from yesterday. Did not start. So I don't know. Did they scratch him? So if you know, let me know. And I apologize, folks, for being a bad host and not having that information for you out there. And today's what? The 10th here is what today is. So as I said, today, Arizona, Philadelphia, 6:40 Eastern time, 3:40 our time. As I said, Soroka and Luzardo here battling it out on the mound. Then tomorrow, then they got day games here, 1:05 Eastern for the day game, which is 10:05. That's Brandon Fott and Walker battling it out there on Saturday. And so we have a couple day games, early day games coming our way playing in Philadelphia. So Saturday and Sunday, early morning games here for these teams, of course. Also, 10:35 on Sunday, Gallen and Painter battling it out. So no, we don't see Weaver in this stretch at all. I wasn't sure if we'd catch him on Sunday or not. Phillies are probably one of the teams I haven't really followed this year, to be honest with you, and what we're looking at. So don't forget early morning baseball for the Diamondbacks this weekend coming up. So it gives you plenty of time to catch the Masters with the Diamondbacks in the morning, UFC tomorrow night, Rattlers game Saturday night as well. Don't forget Bristol. Don't forget the pit stop also here on demand here, Robat TV, the YouTube page, on the Rumble page as well, TME Media AZ on YouTube, TME Media on Rumble as well as where you can find that information. So Robert chimed in. Oh, so okay. Here's why I was missing it. I assume because they said he was doing another rehab start in Reno. Robert chimed in. Thanks, Robert. I knew somebody would have it for me. Jody Jackson reported yesterday. Merrill Kelly threw 6 innings, 83 pitches last night in an extended spring training game. Because when they said he was doing a rehab start on Thursday, I don't know why. I just assumed aces. But I guess that makes sense. So he did get on the mound, 6 innings, 83 pitches for Merrill Kelly last night. I'm assuming he came out healthy. So we'll see Merrill Kelly in 5 days probably up here in Arizona or up here in the for the Diamondbacks. Kind of gives you the Scoble and the Fott starts here this weekend. Even more important from that perspective, who's going to go to the bullpen as a long reliever? That's kind of the question we have to pay attention to in these two starts as well. So I'm just looking here on Corbin Carroll. Is there an update? No, just the hip injury. We'll have to see. He said they don't expect him to be out for a long time, but does that mean he's out today against the Phillies? Is kind of the question with that hip issue that we're looking at. The other thing about the Diamondbacks in this first month that I've liked. Yes, they've had injuries, right? Pavin Smith, right off the bat, injured and gone and stuff to that effect. But fairly healthy, right? Santana, we heard anything on Santana yet on his injury? He's out as well. So not a ton of injuries on this team so far this season. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Don't be going and doing that now as we're looking at that. Please don't. Eesh. The NFL draft, we're 2 weeks away from it as of yesterday. Don't forget, we will be doing a live draft show here at the main event. We call it the main event draft show. Bruce Cooper is coming in. He's the kind of the expert draft guy. Of course, me. Del Hillistre will be joining us that night. And we have some other special guests coming our way as well there. So we're having it probably start about 4 p.m. We'll get the exact start time announced. It's just when the draft starts. We have an opportunity to go out into the public to do the show, but we're waiting for teams to come through on that. We'll see. If not, we'll do it from right here in the studios. But make plans to join us on draft night. You're going to be watching the NFL draft. What do the Cardinals do? A lot of talk of them trading down. And that number 3 pick, a lot of talk of them taking an offensive tackle. We're seeing some new tackle names come into play there as well for the Cardinals. So going to be exciting draft night. And then, and everybody has 8 minutes to pick this year, not 10. So the draft will go a little bit quicker on Thursday night as well, moving forward. So it'll be a fun night. Come join us. We give you our thoughts and expertise. You'll be able to text in 623-252-6067. You'll be able to hit us up on Twitter. We'll be streamed. Right now, we're looking at YouTube is where we'll be streaming that out for you guys. But we'll have all that information for you here in the next week as we finalize the location, start time, and when we have access to set up and all of that stuff for you. But draft show coming your way here on the 23rd as well. So interesting enough, I did see earlier today, as I said, we talked about it, Jordan Tyson. We're seeing more and more NFL, or at least media guys that follow the NFL, talking about Jordan Tyson. We said this earlier in the show, but just to reiterate it, Jordan Tyson is having a workout on April 17th. He's only going to do positional drills, meaning he's going to run routes, etc. No weights, no 40 time, nothing like no jumping, no nothing like that, other than just running and catching passes. There's a couple guys on ESPN this morning saying they could see him fall out of the top 20. With the draft and a lot of teams. I think right now he's he's in the 20-ish range picks. So someplace in the 20, so 21 to 29, he's in that range, probably to be drafted. He has a bad workout, he'll fall out of the first round. He has a mediocre background or hamstring gives some question marks, for instance, he drops a lot of balls. Might see him fall a little bit there. He has a spectacular outing like you expect him to have. That's my question. Is he going to move up? If you have him in the 20s because you're not sure about his injury history and things like that, one good workout 6 months after he last played, is that going to make him all of a sudden become 11, 12, 13th draft pick? I'm not too sure about that. Not too sure about that at all. So that is the big question mark as well. Going into the deal. That's Matt Miller who was saying on ESPN, saying he thinks he's gonna fall out of that on draft night as well for him. Their Colts are seeking to trade their cornerback, their veteran quarterback, Moore. That came out this morning. He's in his last year of his deal. It's Kenny Moore, the second. But Kenny Moore looks like he's on his way out. Both sides agreed to him leaving in his last deal there. We told you earlier as well. Finally, in the NBA circles with the Suns playing this weekend, there's no drama this weekend in the NBA because everything's pretty much set. Yeah, there's a couple positions still available. It's not something, unless you're a fan of that team, you're going to be too into. Hockey's kind of in the same boat, right? We have a lot of position battles going on for the end of their season coming up as well. But it is interesting that finally now Terry Rozier is finally going to be waived by the Miami Heat. He was caught up in that betting scandal and whatever that whole thing was, the gambling thing earlier this year. Terry Rozier was the active player, of course. Got Billups there of Portland's head coach. Got him involved in it as well. Well, the Heat are fine. He's been obviously not playing all year and been dealing with that, but they are waiving him finally at that time, and that probably had to do with salary cap implications or something to that effect. I didn't read up on that at all, but on the Masters side of things here, let's get you updated on the Masters here on this Friday as we are getting ready. Don't forget, we're still going to do McCollum on Business today. I apologize for my morning. It hasn't happened in years, but hey, it happens sometimes out there. But we'll get the McCollum on Business recorded here coming up as well. We'll probably get started about 11. The main thing is to get it recorded up. We will do it live for you guys as well. But for those of you that want to watch us live, of course, get it up on demand afterwards. Like and subscribe to TME Media AZ, by the way, also on X. That's the parent company. That's where we put out the announcements, and then that way We can have the individual shows retweeted out, but then also, we do a lot of stuff other than just our 4 shows that you guys see around here. So we can start showing you guys what we do. We produced the John Holmberg Sports Podcast for Holmberg, Angry Patriot, and of course Dale Hellestray. That goes out over there at the app there on the radio station for KUPD, Hubbard Radio. So we produce that show for them. We do a couple other shows as well that go out into other entities. So that's just the TME Media is telling you guys what we're doing, what we can do for you if you're interested in it as well. So give that a follow. And then if things happen like this morning where I just needed a day, I guess, to relax a little bit this morning, then we can also make those announcements. But it's not going to happen again, folks, very often here coming up as well. So in terms of the Masters right now, Burns is still in the lead here with McIlroy, and they're tied for first here, 5 under. Then you got Wyndham Clark in there as well in the 3rd spot. Hatton Rose, Kitayama, Day, and Reed has fallen today. He's 3 under for the tournament. He hasn't even got out on the tournament yet, and he's gone all the way down. Obviously, he's going to get his opportunity. Schauffele still 2 under. Scheffler 2 under as well. As I said earlier, guys projected to miss the cut right now. DeChambeau hasn't even made his start yet today. Earlier, he was underneath the projection cut line. Well, he's above it now, and he hasn't even teed off yet. Yeah, but Morikawa is barely on the positive side. Hovland's barely on the positive side. DeChambeau is on the positive side now, even though he hasn't teed off, because guys have moved below him, and it's pushed him up a little bit as well. That line will move a little bit today. So there are some big-name guys right on the edge right now, like Fitzpatrick, Morikawa, and Hovland haven't even teed off yet today. But they're right there at the cut line as of right now. So they're not going to be able to slip it all as the day goes on. Going to have to keep improving as they go as well. But Harman Rahm is underneath. Jose Maria Olazabal is also underneath the cut line for, a guy that's been around for a long time. People like to watch. Cantlay is under the cut line, has not teed off yet. Zach Johnson is going to miss the cut. He's way below the cut line, but he is done for the day, or finishing up for the day. J.J. Spawn also way below the cut line with just a few holes to go. He's going to miss the cut as well today for him coming up here today. So McIntyre, we talked about him earlier, giving the double bird to the golf course. Yeah, with his way he's played yesterday and struggling again this morning, he's missing the cut here today as well. So some big-name guys missing the cut, some big-name guys on the cutting edge right now before they even tee off here this morning. So it's going to be some excitement in watching the Masters as the day goes on as well out there. So, at least in terms of the leaderboard, Burns and McIlroy still 5 under. Rory, by the way, tees off at 1:44 p.m. Eastern time. So 10:44 our time, if my math is correct. Out there, Burns is officially on the course right now. He's finished hole 1. He got a bogey on hole 1, by the way, for Burns as well. So he's at the -5 at this time. Clark is done for the day. He's in the 3rd spot. Rose is -4 through 10. So it's going to be a fun day here watching the Masters, fun weekends watching the Masters as well. Let's see if there's any breaking news here on this Friday as we're wrapping up the programs here today. And as I pull it up, I told you earlier about those Masters stats. It is amazing. Now, it's backwards looking stats, right? But we're 18 holes before today. We're, 18 holes into the Masters after round 1 and everything. And I told you earlier today, 79 of 89 Masters winners were within 5 shots of the lead after round 1. It's that simple. The 5 shots of the lead after your first round, and you got a shot to win this thing. 10 guys have come from outside of that number to win it overall. It's in the years of the Masters, right? 89 years, 89 years going into this year. Only 10 guys have done it. The outside 5 shots. That means there's a lot of names that people had favorites going into this. That if you go statistically are out of this Masters fight right now. That includes Scheffler, by the way, this weekend. If that news is good. But so there are 32 golfers going into today's round, which I know is underway. There were 32 golfers at par or better this weekend, which is where you needed to be, ironically enough, because the leaders were at -5 yesterday. So you had to be par or better. And 32 golfers are in that level here to get into that statistic this morning. So 18 of the last 19 champions were in the top 11 after day one. McIlroy was the only one of that 18 of the 19, only Rory McIlroy, and that was last year when he won the tournament, where he was outside the top 11 after Thursday. So you see the numbers here that you got to get to kind of keep the statistics going and stuff to that effect here on the Masters. So it's going to be a fun weekend, but it is a front runner tournament. You don't see a guy that comes in like DeChambeau. He's right at the cut line right now, teeing off here in just a little bit for the day. Just count him out. He's not going to make this huge run and be in contention coming up on Monday. Maybe he can do it. Maybe he can be the outlier, but I don't think it's coming too much as well. Hey, Frozen Hockey, if you're a hockey fan, NHL playoffs are about to start, and you're kind of intrigued by these matchups and who's battling who right now to get their seeding in the NHL side, don't sleep on the Frozen Four. Now, there's only one game left, right? It's the final coming up. But yesterday, Denver upsetted Michigan, who was the top seed in this final Frozen Four. They beat them in 2 overtimes, 4-3. Denver did as well. So they're in the hockey title game there for the Frozen Four as well. Wisconsin surprised North Dakota yesterday as well. They beat North Dakota 2-1. So 2 teams that are really good, don't get me wrong, but the underdogs upset the leaders, expected to go to the final game in the Frozen Four, which should give us a pretty good Frozen Four final hockey game for the title here coming up as well this weekend. So pay attention to the Frozen Four if you are a big, of course, hockey fan and like the college sport as well. Be in charge of that, of course, as we go into. So Masters this weekend. NBA finishes their season this weekend. Frozen Four. By the way, the championship game is tomorrow, Saturday. We're playing it in Las Vegas. I believe for us, it's a mid-afternoon game. Don't quote me on the time. If you're interested, look it up. But I want to say it's 5:30 Eastern time. Again, don't necessarily quote me on that. And it's ESPN. I do know that coming up. So I do think it's 2:30 our time tomorrow as well. I looked it up on ESPN, and they generally give us our time. But I've seen a couple other places say 5:30, and they give us Eastern time. So look it up if you're interested in that as well. So obviously you've got NHL wrapping up their season here. Major League Baseball this weekend. You got the Phillies. By the way, Saturday's game, that 1 p.m. Eastern start, 10 a.m. our start tomorrow morning. Fox Sports for you out there. So you'll be able to watch that on Fox Sports tomorrow as well. So for the Diamondbacks game tomorrow for that day game. Let me look this up for you real quick here as well, just because the big question you got is today's game on Prime again? What channel is today's game on? Or we need to watch tonight? Apple TV it was last week. Folks, I'm not subscribing to Apple TV to watch a couple games a year. I didn't do it last week. I kind of followed it online, listened to it on the radio last Friday night. Well, tonight, this tonight it is. Yes, I apologize. 6:40 p.m. Eastern time, 3:40 our time. Nope, it's on your regular channels tonight as well. So I'll be able to watch it on the D-backs, the Arid channel or whatever they have as well. And like I said, Saturday, definitely Fox for you on Saturday for that day game as well with for tomorrow. Sunday's game, same regular channel. So the Arid channels, your local over-the-air Diamondbacks channel for this weekend. Something, unfortunately, we do have to pay attention to when we're watching sports these days is the daily, what channel is this on? What are we doing? Appreciate you joining us here for this Friday edition of the main event. Don't forget, TME Media AZ on YouTube. Give us a follow there. Subscribe to it. TMM Media, if you prefer the Rumble platform. Real Matrix is going to be posted here. It's scheduled to post at 10 o'clock here at Robot TV. Whole episode. Then at noon, it's scheduled to post the episode. It's another Vax episode, finishing up that series for the Angry Fan.
And Dale Hillestrays joins that show as well. Noon there on Rumble, rumble.com/user/TME Media. Give that a follow as well. And for those of you that don't like YouTube but want to watch our shows or shares with your friends, well, it's got that option of Rumble now as well. And I appreciate the several of you that reached out saying you won't use YouTube. And since we have the Real Matrix on Rumble, if we could put our sports stuff on there, well, we will oblige. And we saw the numbers yesterday, so we appreciate you very much as well. And folks, Pit Stop's up as well. Same platforms on the Rumble, on YouTube as well, in the free podcast system. Just search the Pit Stop with Steven for this weekend's racing at Bristol as well, folks. Fun week. Come back Monday, do it all over again. McCall My Business still coming up today. Get that up on demand before we take off for the day. Have a great weekend. If you have allergy problems like I am, and it's been just a trying couple weeks, stay strong out there, would you? We'll see you on Monday. Have a great week.